Imagine you are creating a new mobile application. Naturally, you assume what feature preferences your users have. You may also assume the steps necessary to create those features. But how do you know if these assumptions are correct? Hi, my name is Alex and welcome to UX Tweaks channel. Today we are talking about assumption mapping, what it is, how to create an assumption map, and how to validate assumptions to de-risk product initiatives. Assumption mapping is a technique used to uncover, analyze, and validate assumptions, things we consider true with little to no proof. In the UX context, this technique can be applied to validate assumptions around product functionalities or design decisions and their impact on the user experience. Imagine a team creating a new smart home device. They assume their customers prefer voice control over traditional remote control, so they only use voice control for their devices. However, their notion is not based on research data. They simply believe it to be true. If that team does not analyze the assumption it makes about users' preferences, it risks harming user experience of their device. Because in reality, their customers might prefer to use the traditional remote control. That's where assumption mapping proves useful. It helps uncover assumptions team members base their decisions on and analyze potential risks associated with them. In assumption mapping, it's common to use three types of assumptions: desirability, viability, and feasibility. Desirability assumptions are the team's beliefs about the problem a new product or feature solves for users and how they emotionally connect with it. In our example, a desirability assumption is that 80% of users find voice commands more intuitive. Viability assumptions are beliefs about the practicality and sustainability of a product or feature. In our example, a viability assumption is that the device's voice activation will meet a real user need for convenience and accessibility. Feasibility assumptions evaluate if a design can be technically realized. For instance, the team believes they can create a system that accurately understands speech patterns and dialects and guarantees a dependable and enjoyable user experience. The core of assumption mapping is categorizing assumptions into groups. Start with creating a map with a two-dimensional grid. The x-axis represents how much evidence you have to support an assumption. The y-axis represents the importance of each assumption on the overall decision. Now start sorting your assumptions. Let's say our first assumption is that users prefer voice control over a traditional one. If the device is planned for voice control only, such an assumption is of very high importance. At the same time, the team might have little data to support this assumption. We sort it in the top right-hand corner. Such assumptions are called leap of faith and are to be tested first. Our next assumption is that customers prefer bright colors for smart home devices. The team already has supporting data to confirm it. This assumption has low importance to the success of the product, so it goes in the bottom left-hand corner. Such assumptions don't require much commitment and are to be tested last. After sorting all your assumptions, you will have a clear visualization of things to be prioritized and tested first to ensure project success. After you've prioritized your assumptions, it's time to validate them. The most common way is to run user interviews and conduct usability testing. For simplicity, we recommend using UX Tweak, a user research tool. With UX Tweak, you can seamlessly set up the studies and receive first-hand support from experienced UX researchers. The link is in the description. There we go. Assumption mapping is a great technique to ensure your design, product, or new feature is a success among users. So if you want to create better user experiences, we definitely recommend using assumption mapping for new initiatives. Like and subscribe to watch more videos on all things UX related. See you next time.